Considered to be one of the wonders of the world, the pyramids at Giza have developed an identity of their own. One cannot help but think about the people for whom the massive and wonderfully designed pyramids were built. When looking at these magnificent buildings, we can help but think that, why were the pharaohs considered so divine? How did pharaohs project their divine power? Did they help in the progress of Egypt? Stick to the end of this video in order to find answers to these questions and unlock the mystery about Pharaoh's power. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel because we unlock new mysteries every week. Pharaohs were regarded as divine kings in ancient Egypt because it was thought that they had a unique relationship with the gods. Ancient Egyptians regarded them with tremendous respect and devotion because they believed that pharaohs were the earthly manifestations of the gods. The gods and the people were thought to connect through pharaohs, who also had the authority to ask for the gods' favors and speak with them. They were given more power, respect, and recognition than ordinary rulers, as being a monarch back then had some direct association with the deities. Pharaohs demonstrated their divine authority through a combination of visible symbols. For example, building initiatives, resource management, and the notion that they were divine in their nature. The society developed a feeling of cohesence or unity as a result of the king's importance. The pharaoh allowed Egyptian civilization to construct massive group works like the pyramids. It's no doubt that the work which was done in their time had a lot of significance and is still remembered by generations after. The construction of temples, pyramids, and other enormous constructions was frequently ordered by pharaohs as a means to respect the gods and exhibit their authority. Pharaohs were said to have used these buildings to communicate with the gods and win their favor. However, it must not be forgotten that the people had to make huge sacrifices in order to build massive constructions like the pyramid. Similar to civilians, soldiers were expected to submit to their leaders and make sacrifices. It's believed that throughout history, the ability to inspire public sacrifice remains the hallmark of sovereign authority. Pharaohs' outward appearance and the manner they were portrayed in art were two other ways through which they communicated their heavenly might. Pharaohs were frequently portrayed wearing lavish headdresses, jewels, and other signs of their regal authority. They were also presented as larger-than-life characters to show their prominence and strength. There was something so dominant about their aura which ultimately made people surrender to them and obey them under all circumstances. Pharaohs also exercised their authority to regulate how resources like food and land were distributed. They kept a strict eye on all that was going on in the nation and were able to consolidate their divine power by using their control over these riches to win the approval and loyalty of the populace. In order to preserve social order and guarantee that the gods were worshipped, pharaohs also exercised their authority to impose laws and control public conduct. The king issued orders, required strict compliance, punished even the littlest disrespect. No one had the guts to even raise a minute objection against what the king demanded. No matter how much fear or strict laws the pharaohs had imposed, no one can deny the fact that they played a huge role in the progress of Egyptian civilization. They were responsible for determining the direction of Egyptian history and development. Moreover, they were in charge of a large number of achievements and innovations that made ancient Egypt a significant and vital civilization. Even today, Egypt is known for having a strong historical background. So this was just another mystery unlocked. If you love mysteries and conspiracy theories, do subscribe to our channel because we unlock new mysteries every week.